Hmm. Yeah, I guess we're live. No clue. We'll see soon enough. So this one looks like it's working. Yeah, I love the way I double check my stuff. Okay, this one's working. How about YouTube? I don't know. Am I live? I have no clue, man. Are we live? I don't know. Are we live? Yeah, my way of double checking if I'm live is kind of interesting. Okay, I guess. I guess we're all live. I guess so. Oh yeah, there's just a crazy delay. Also, man, what to drink is set up. Okay. This about chat. Okay. I guess we're set up. Okay, I have big ass chat. Okay, live chat is not available. Why is it not available? Yeah. Man. What is that? Yeah, okay. I can't even see what I'm doing properly. Okay, why is the chat dead? Why are you dead? I type something. Yeah, okay, that sounds cool. That sounds like it's working. And then if I do that, that didn't work. Interesting. So I can't pop out the chat. How come? How so? Okay, but that's not reassuring. Do I want to move the tab here? I don't know. Probably not. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll deal with that. Yeah. Really don't like the setup, but it's okay. Hey. Okay. Yeah. I guess that'll do. Yeah, both chats working-ish. Yeah, doing YouTube is more complex than I thought, huh? But yeah. Anyway, the goal was to continue my setup, so I'll just continue that today. I can't even see if I'm actually streaming. Looks like I am. Am I really? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, for everybody joining today again, I'll just continue my NAS build because yesterday I started it. I'm actually a bit sick today, but it's fine. I can probably manage. That's kind of part of why I was late for this stream. Sorry again. But here I am back. Also, hopefully the good thing is with the lights, I'm gonna be cooking anyway. So that's perfect for me because even if I don't move a lot, I can still do things. Okay. So let's start by actually fixing an issue because yesterday I was building the thing and I realized that I made a few mistakes. One of them being the fact that I mounted my backplate poorly. So yeah, we'll fix that today. Yeah, because you can't really see on it on the camera, but here the back plate I mounted is not fully well seated, and I'll just fix it now. I also read a bit of documentation for the motherboard. TLDR is the fact that the thing is not fully compatible with the USB header that I have in the front. So this bad boy, where we have some kind of I guess this is Type-C as far as I know, but Type-C is indeed not the best. I mean, not compatible with my motherboard, so yeah, as simple as that. Because I only have a few USB A's. I mean, I have them fast, 3.2, Gen 2. I mean, I don't know how I say fast. Yeah, I wouldn't call that fast, but yeah, workable. Thing is, at least it is working. Yeah, I'm still curious, like, am I actually streaming? Because if you go on my channel, I don't really see the video streaming there, which is weird. Anyway, yeah, I'll just focus on the things I have leverage on. Let me try to gently remove this GPU too. I'm not breaking anything. Okay. Yeah, because that will be on the way, in the way. I'm still a bit sad and curious. Yo, am I actually streaming on YouTube? Looks like I am. But am I ready? Or is it just a fluke? Right, I go there. Looks like I am. Yeah, thing is... Oh, wait. Why, am I actually streaming? Maybe? Maybe? Yeah, this is a bit janky, huh? Of the setup. Oh yeah. Looks like everything's fine. I mean, I don't know if it's visible on my profile. That's kind of the issue. Yeah, you can really see that that's maybe not the best thing to start with. Setup, community subtitles. Yeah, I should be streaming. Oh, weird. Okay, anyway, I'll continue. We'll figure out probably tomorrow. At some point, we'll be able to record the stream, advertise it properly, and have everything else. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, it's janky. Sorry for that. Anyway, so yeah, as I was saying, I messed up a little, so I'll need to unscrew and fix the back plate. So that's the main issue I have. I also realized yesterday, because I was building my thing and I saw SATA something there, like a 0 and a thing in the middle, and I was like, oh yeah, that's 8. No, it turns out that's SATA 0, because motherboard is one of those that's well made, or at least decent, that starts from 0, like every kind of programming language. So it goes from SATA 0 to 7, which is cool. Meanwhile, it also means that, yeah, I thought that I had it on 8. Well, that wasn't the case, nothing related, so yeah. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, I have all of them. So it's not a big issue. Just want it to be perfect while I build it. Especially if it's something that's not really supposed to change a lot. So we'll do it right from the first try. Yeah. Okay, that's actually super bad. Okay, so what did I say? Do something right, huh? Yeah. Okay. That's not the greatest move we made. Okay. So we're gonna put this backplate back carefully, because again, backplate is just you asking to cut your fingers with something. This one is no exception apparently. And I wish I would have put it properly from the first try yesterday, but I didn't, so it's fine. I saw it before it's too late. Just, yeah, that's one. Oh wait, do we have the second? I wouldn't call it properly seated. Only clicked once. Okay, twice. That's better. Can I have it at the bottom left? I wish, but I don't. Okay, good. Good. Okay, here we go. Backplate properly put, but that wasn't even the main issue. The main issue is okay. Let's put the network slots a bit better. It's such a tiny thing, but man, yeah. I guess it's my way of trying to do things right, and at the same time have them janky. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's put the motherboard back. Hopefully I didn't mess up anything too hard. And now it's harder than ever to put it back. Why do I even struggle? No, I don't. Okay, good. No, I do. Why do you not want to fit, man? Yeah, I mean, I have so many cables underneath it. Okay, that's one bad boy. Let's not undo everything I did. Okay, so wait. Left side is properly mounted. Man. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, good. We're there. Perfection. Yeah, that reminds me of a medal from Halo. Oh, by the way, yeah, I forgot something for the stream. Let me record what I'm doing. So that way maybe I could transcript it rather. Nice. Okay. So that's fixed now. Okay, good. Let's put a few screws back. That way it holds it in place. I don't need to apply no pressure on my end. When you do that, try to touch a PSU to ground yourself. I mean, at least that's what I do. Okay, cool. Let me double check all the cables here. So here I have my Noctua fan. And then I have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, checking if those are properly set. So here I have a tangled mess of pretty much all the cables that you can imagine in the world. Okay. Okay, let me tidy those. Okay. Looks like it's workable. Not the best, but good enough. Okay. Go. Yeah, so that way my OCD will be fulfilled by having it properly set up. I mean, at the same time I'm saying that, but yeah. I haven't put it back proper. So now everything's touching, kind of makes contact, should ground it, and should be able to put my HDMI. 10 gig, this one is quite off. Okay, nice sound. I mean, that button is not even that useful for my use case. So I check this button that you have on the motherboard that you can't really see. I'm gonna bring it a bit closer. Wow, oopsie. So yeah, this button that's on the back looks like it's a reset button, but that doesn't reset nothing at all. It's just to identify the machine if you have a rack or you do something crazy, which in this case is very much useless, because I don't know, I would never put it in a rack because I'm not in a data center. So yeah, but that's fine, I guess. I don't know. What else do we have? Yeah, I'm checking all the cables. But no, I think those two are a bit squished, but it's not too bad. And yeah, we'll move on from there, I guess. Okay. Here we go. This way. Yeah, yesterday I also put the 8th standoff because we didn't have it by default on the case. But hey, the case definitely accommodates it, so that's very nice. Also, apparently it looks like it's a standard because the 8 standoffs you kinda had the same spots, like you only had 2 variants for the 8th one, which I don't think is a problem in itself, but yeah. So standoffs are good. Backplate now is perfect, there's no like jank. Here we have isolation layer with the gasket. Man, yesterday I found gasket as English. I was like, oh yeah, actually that's the name, correct. Okay. So now that this is set up, probably can put this trunker back. Be careful with it. Break anything. Cable gonna be a bit tight. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Let's play it safe. Unscrew a few fans. Yeah, also this one we'll probably just put it there. But for now we can just remove it, make some space. Yeah, I think what this one is, I don't really have a choice, so I just need to remove it there. Okay. Okay, perfect. So fits well. PCIe, everything's nice and tidy. So yeah, I was thinking also, so I have a few fans. So I checked all of the ones I had. So this one is a A1225 from Noctua. It's quite nice. It's overall nothing super crazy, but gets the job done because it's in between from what I have. So yeah, I need to figure out exactly which one goes where, because some of them are specific for airflow, meaning that they are better when you have the air passing, and some of them are more for static pressure. I mean, it's not like we have water-cooled build with a case here, but still should probably impact a little. So those ones are gonna be all the same, 1225 PWM, and those ones are gonna probably go on the airflow side. And then I have a few older ones that are NFP12. So those ones I think are more suited for static pressure, I guess. I'll need to double check. I have another little boy that's 1215, so just less wide, and then this is a NFP12 again. So yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 here. Yeah, I think that's covers all of it. Okay. So now is the question. Which one is for what? I'll quickly double check, because I'm kind of rusty on the nomenclature of when it comes down to defense from Noctua. So we have NF P12 versus NF A12. Yeah. Look at this screen sharing that I'm doing from Brave, man. Isn't that the best kind of streaming setup? Not really. Apologies for that. But again, yeah, the idea here is not to have something super fancy. It's mostly to try to get the thing built. So yeah, I'll do something a bit proper next time. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So they're talking about how thick it is. So moderately restricted airflow, case ventilation, and the other one is airflow. You know what? Yeah. I'll probably just go to Noctua because yeah, in this case, it can be very helpful. And so we're gonna filter by 12. We're gonna filter by color. We can filter by the voltage, and that's not a 12. Oh, by the way, if anything, I also have a crazy big one. I'm not even sure why I even have it. I'm not sure where it comes from. But no, that is if I can remove it and show it to you. Yeah, and then I have this crazy bad boy. At first is a black one, and it's a A15. And I wanted to put this one in the case, but turns out it supports only up to 140 millimeters, which in this case should fit, but the frame is actually too big, so in a case with more openings, I guess would have been fine. But yeah, unfortunately here it doesn't fit, which is very sad because that fan looks like the biggest, thickest and coolest ever. But I guess now we'll just go with the easier ones. So we have this one, so A1225, and then we have, wow. Oh wow, they don't even sell the other one, right? Right, P12. Interesting. Okay, cool. So apparently this fan is not even supported. is discontinued. Doesn't exist. I mean, maybe the design is a bit basic, which would make sense, but at the same time, yeah, it's just a bit sad. So in this case, yeah, I guess we can just move forward. I'll probably use it in a place where it's not too critical. So here, for example, high resistance application through dense fins, where noise. Okay. Okay. Overall, the 1225 is better than the NFP12 in kind of all situations. So that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's mostly nice for, I don't know, places where it's not too obstructive. I'll double check the case quickly. So yeah, that's gonna be like this. So we have some fans coming from here, and we're gonna have some mesh here, and then we're gonna have the mesh there, and that doesn't look too bad. Yeah, okay. In this case, this one's also fine. So overall, I think that, yeah, I'm gonna go with my initial idea of I'm gonna prioritize the A12 because I have plenty of them, so we can just go with that. And then the P12, we're gonna probably just put them at the bottom where it might be a bit less critical of the work. And yeah. Here I think I'm gonna just offset this one too a little because that one gonna be less critical in terms of airflow, and at the same time we're also gonna need it thin. So I probably put it like this because I don't think I want it to be fully in the middle, because in the end I'm gonna have a fan coming this way, and since airflow is a bit complex, I'm gonna just have it, I don't know, I'm gonna just have it, oh wait, test, yeah, test, wait, I'm curious, wait. I want to double check something. I'm not sure if my sound changed. Oh no, I'm just, yeah, thinking that it did. Never mind, it's just fine. Yeah. So, yeah, I think I want to offset the case like this a little, because that way I'll be able to have some airflow coming on the motherboard also, because here it's not like you're gonna cool anything specifically, I'm gonna mostly be obstructed, but I still want a fan there. And this still gonna let some air through on the motherboard, so that's cool. If I put it there, yeah, it's more space, but at the same time this can accommodate for 12, 14 and 14, so it doesn't make sort of sense to have it fully obstructed. So this cable, I have no use for it, so I don't know, should I cut it? Probably not, but I will definitely hide it under the motherboard, make it somewhat decent of a cable management. Not sure if I can call it cable management, but less cluttered jank, let's say. Yeah. I can't see nothing, so we'll tidy a little. I mean, actually, I should tidy a lot because my desk right now is a mess. I can't really see what I'm doing, where I'm doing it. Yeah. Okay. That's a big mess we got there. So if you came for tips on how to build a NAS in the most efficient and simple way, I'm definitely the wrong guy for that. Okay. Yeah, the position of it isn't very friendly. So I'm just looking at the thing and I can notice that I have quite a few cables that are kind of in the way of the motherboard and a bit squished by the backplate screws, which is not the best. So that's why I'm gonna offset it. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna use my trusty iFixit from yesterday that saved me big time with the glue. Okay. So I'm not sure why I did all of this setup, but very useful. I mean, I tried to tidy the cables a little. Then now we're gonna pass this bad boy. Alright, here we go, finally. Okay. So, yeah, sorry. I was a bit unexpected, wasn't very clear of what I was trying to do. But, I just wanted to have the cable out of the way. By pulling it a little, and then I'm gonna put it in the corner. And then, yeah. Okay, just like that. Looks messy, but this cable doesn't really matter anyway. And then we're gonna realize that no, actually we need this cable. If we ever need it, then gonna be very annoying to have to deal with it. But it's okay, we can cross that bridge if we ever get there. Until then, gonna just live in this limbo and stay tucked. Yeah, gonna definitely need to zip some of those, huh? So okay, so I have my two SATA power connectors. I have two Molexes that should also go all the way. I have this useless USB-C Type-C probably that goes all the way. Those cables are kind of going behind the backplate, but that's fine. So here we go. Okay, now that we're done with that, we have 4 cables. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This one is also not very useful. I mean, it is useful because I wired it. I think it's, yeah, it's the other front USB-A, and that's gonna definitely be used and useful. Now, so let's not apply too much pressure on the SATA extension cables. Okay. Doesn't look like the turns are too huge or annoying. So hopefully gonna be fine. I hope so. I really hope so, man. Here I have a splitter and I have something that goes all the way there, which is also perfect. Yep, and then here I have this fan that is not in the right spot, because it should probably be like that. Okay, good. Good. So all of this mess looks tidy now. I have a small light somewhere. No, I don't have it there anymore. But I have this one to replace. So here, as you can see, I have all the cables tidy, and that's very nice. Oh, I have a little explorer lady coming to help us. But yeah, no, all of those cables are tidy. They shouldn't get into the way of the fan too much. I'm gonna spin and do its life. Those are just cables anyway. They are quite tuck. Even if it goes fast, shouldn't blow anything out. Yeah, so I need a big chunky 25. So I'm gonna use it there. I'm gonna probably put it the proper way to begin with. Yes. Okay. So probably something like this. Yeah. That turn is quite sharp, but should be good, should be fine. It's not like this one is super important. Let me just connect it now, so that way it's done for after. Okay. Yeah, okay, like this. Probably not. Yeah, okay, I really have a hard time trying to think which way to put it. I am from the top. It's ugly, but it's fine, fits well. Yeah, I think that should be the way. Okay, so let me screw them quickly, so that way I'll have a better idea. I don't need to screw them super hardcore, because those fans gonna be at the front, so I will remove them when it comes down to their final use. It's mostly to picture if everything matches, because then if I use the rubber from yesterday, yeah, then it's kind of definitive. I don't have any extra rubber. When I say rubber, I mean those tiny boys, because those boys are very nice. They are replacing screws, but when you put them once and then gonna stretch and then you cut it, but then it's a one-time thing, so yeah, then you can't really reuse it no more, and you kind of constrained. I don't know what this is. This is probably some fancy thing from the case to have some better management of holding the cable. Yeah, I don't know, looks cool, but not really for my use case, so I'm gonna reuse some of the screws for the fan, so that way I can really picture. So yeah, a quick explanation. Those two fans, they're gonna be at the front, so they're gonna be blasting air this way. That fits well with the design of the motherboard. And the idea is both of them gonna be daisy chained, and they're gonna go on, so that I don't say no BS, they're gonna go on fan 1. Yeah. And They're gonna be responsible for the intake, so they're gonna be quite important in terms of cooling the whole motherboard and all the components behind them. But I don't feel like it's bad if I have them daisy chain, because shouldn't matter that much. Oh wow, those screws are hella thick, man. Why are they so tight? They look like fan screws, but are they? I don't know. They're a bit too intense, huh? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Will Smith. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's how I pictured. This one is small, it's thinner, sorry. As you can see, this one is twice the width, but that's fine. This one, the idea is I'm gonna plug it here, and that's gonna be for the GPU. That matches well in terms of design here, so that way it's not too hard of a turn. It's still kind of... Is it fine? Yeah, it's kind of like a gentle bend. It's not the worst. Yeah, I don't know. It's properly fit, should be good. But yeah, gentle turn here. And so the second fan, I'm gonna put it there. And this fan, you could say, yo, Kisu, that's kind of useless. And I would agree, because that's indeed not doing a lot right now. Thing is, this fan gonna be very helpful, quick enough, because... Oh wait, that's funky. Oh, that's funky. I thought, like, if you look at it, yeah, wait. Let me mount it first, and then I'll show it to you guys. Yeah, because it's quite a tight spot, so rather do it first. And then I'll show you. I'll show it to you. Also, this one is lucky because it has its own dedicated header, to which it's definitely a lucky boy, man. Yeah. Okay. So let's reuse some of those hardcore fan screws. By the way, at some point I will probably be missing those. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Hopefully I have some from Noctua themselves. I think I have a few, especially because that's not a thing I use. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be replacing all of them with elastics. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, this case is meant to be upgraded anyway. So the idea is I build it once here, and then I'm gonna put the HBA to have more SATA ports. But this one right now will be quite simple and easy of a setup. Okay, so let me show you. Cables there. Okay. Yeah, so this fan here gonna be, as you can see when I don't have my head in front of it, this fan gonna be a bit above the graphics card, which is funky because I didn't thought it would go above it. I thought it would be straight on top of it, but no, it turns out that's not how it's designed. So this fan gonna be blasting a little on the GPU. I don't want it to be straight on it. I don't think it's useful, but I don't think that this is very useful overall. I'm sure how it's gonna heat up. Maybe it's gonna be fine. Maybe it's gonna be too warm. In case it's too warm, then I don't know. I'm not sure I can do a lot here. I mean, I could add a bigger one. So, for example, this one is 25 of thickness, and that would fit. But the issue is, I still want to add a HBA card, which means that if I want to add an HBA card when it's gonna be there, when I'm gonna upgrade, then it will be won't be fitting, because I feel like you still need a bit of clearance. You don't need the thing to be straight on top of it, because otherwise it defeats the purpose of airflow. Yeah, so we'll see when that one comes. But anyway, I don't think that I need a 25 here. Also, I don't have plenty of 25 fans from Noctua, the A12 25. So I'll just stick with the thinner one, that's 12. And yeah, should be good. It's not like it matters a lot, therefore should be fine. If it needs to be colder, it can just spin faster too. The temperature shouldn't be the main blocker of it. So yeah, no, I'm quite happy. This is done. So yeah, okay. Let's continue with the next part. Oh, and by the way, that is gonna be pin 1. Oh wait, I lost my. Oh, what happened? Huh. Okay. So I don't know why I have an update. My phone just randomly is updating itself. Okay, I mean, I guess that's one way of doing it. Okay. Yeah, I have a system update, which sounds cool. Until it's not. So I'll just finish. Yeah, I'll just let it update then, I guess. Damn, I just lost the feed like that. Okay. Maybe next time I should literally remove the Wi-Fi so that way it doesn't interrupt the thing. Graphene really wants you to be protected, you know, at all times. So they're like, man, we have an update, we ship it now. Anyway, I was saying that we have 6 headers for the fans anyway. So first one gonna be for the small boy that's gonna be blasting on the GPU. The header 2 gonna be for the front intakes, and then the third one gonna be for the CPU cooler. I think that this one is kind of a safe bet. We don't need to do anything crazy. I won't even undo the wire that's already made, because it's actually a good length. Just gonna put it on the third header and then we'll move from there. I'm not sure if it's meant to be CPU specific, but hey, it's close to it. It does the job well, so yeah. And that means that I have 3 extra headers that I don't know what I can do with. Yeah, I mean, I could have maybe not split this one and just went through directly. Fair. I could always do that if I feel like I need it in the future. At the same time, that also means that I could blast all of this with even more fans, which makes it even better. And I still have 1 extra header, so yeah, I'm not sure who will complain about that, but definitely not me. So yeah, let me bring back my system to life. Okay, here we're back. Nice. Okay. So, is it the way I put it usually? Yeah, I guess so. Okay. So I was saying before being rudely interrupted. So yeah, I will leave it this one as is. I don't think we need to do any additional stuff on there. So then now the idea is I just slap the PSU and hopefully the PSU doesn't crush all of it and we can be pretty much done with the build. Then we can put all the fans and everything else, but that sounds like we're on a good way. So, Pinko. So the PSU, big trunker, yeah, we saw it yesterday. I mean, for the people that were there, which means not a lot of people, but that's fine. Oh wow, okay, I actually will need a bracket for this. Wait, did I remove a bracket that I wasn't supposed to remove yesterday? Does it sound like something I did that was a healthy default? Oh yeah, definitely should have kept it. Okay, let's put it back then. Yeah, I removed this plate from yesterday because that was meant to be... Yeah, I don't know, I thought it would be for something else. Turns out that was exactly what I needed. So I didn't need to remove it, but that's fine. Two. Yeah, dues. Yeah, I don't think that matters a lot. These dues don't really need to be grounded anyway. They're just fine as is. I mean, also some people would be like, yeah, man, they're all black and stuff. Yeah, I mean, even if dues weren't matched, I wouldn't really care that much. Because, yeah, it won't even sit on the desk. This one gonna literally be this one gonna literally be a server build, so won't see the daylight like ever. I'm in my office right now, so there's no light right now to begin with. Okay. We put this bad boy back. Okay. Now if we check, it goes this way. Is it this way? Yeah. Okay, yeah. The fourth one aligns weirdly. It's not really a full hole, but yeah. Okay, good news is it's slightly above my CPU, which is kind of how it is supposed to be. And I have plenty of clearance here, which is amazing, because that means that it won't be too much of a problem to do all the wiring. I mean, it's still gonna be a pain. Gonna be a huge pain for the 24 pin, huh? Yeah. I still don't know, man. The 24 pin, really? Like, really? Wow, okay. I mean, there are plenty of places here where I could open it, like zip tie all of that mess. I should probably do it now. So this one is the SATA. This one's probably also the SATA. Okay, this is gonna be the modexes. Modexes are short, which is a benefit. But the 24 pin that we're gonna have, oh, we also have the CPU, man. You know, I could put some cables on top of the motherboard and like let them go even. Havoc, rather, than Haven. Okay. Okay. Wow, yeah, case starts to be a bit heavy though. So I really need to not take it from the thin frame no more, because otherwise I might just crack under the weight. So, let's go here. So we'll have it. So this is a bracket to hold the PSU, some safety so that it doesn't crush the whole build, which again is very welcome. I'm not sure where it should go exactly. It's the other way around. Let me quickly check the docks, because I want to be sure that the screws that we have, okay, there are power supply bracket, power supply, and screws motherboard. I have hard drives, SSDs, fan screws, standoffs. Yeah, okay. Power adapter screw. Oh yeah, that's for the other one. Spare plastic buckle. Spare screw for plastic buckles. Earth and bracket. Okay, so the screws I have here can be used for the PSU. I mean, usually they are just a bit different color, but that, yeah, again, doesn't really matter. Okay. Yeah, moment of silence and focus right now, because I want to not break what I have under this trunker that's very heavy. So I'm gonna just be sure that everything's properly tight and secure. That looks quite tight already. That's cool. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to show it to you on the camera because I need to move it. And I'll first ensure it's properly locked and safe. Yeah, looks like it's quite good already. It's holding the weight quite nicely. Good, cool. Oh, okay, the default also here is sane. Because I was like, oh, why is the bracket? Because when I had the bracket for the case initially, I saw that it was located like here, kinda. By the way, I forgot to put the CPU cable, so I will need to remove it gently. Here we go back. But yeah, I saw that the default for the PSU was quite healthy, because then if you look at it, you realize that the motherboard pins are on the way, which then makes total sense that you should not put the bracket too far on the motherboard. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I need to put this one because otherwise it's gonna be a bit interesting to put it after. Yeah. So, and this one is maybe where I'm thinking of maybe putting it all the way, because if I put it, so that should be this way. Usually you have the connector here that's with those hooks, and that means that you put it like that, you wiggle, and then you should hear a sound. When you hear the sound, it's properly tight and fit. And then yeah, and then I will probably wire it this way from all the way back, because this, like all the airflow from the top shouldn't really matter, and the GPU also, the back of it shouldn't really matter. So I think that, because if I go all the way around, I'm gonna have so many cables and I need to take care of them. Also, look at this turn from the cable. It's perfectly just begging to go the other way, which is nice. Yeah. So yeah, I guess I'll just put it there, because that way I can reuse it for after. Okay, let me actually put all the cables already. Let me see how I would fit them together. I think I can go crazy on it and then put the fans in the end. Gonna be tight, but that's manageable. That's the 24, if I remember, because when you have a PSU, so for people who don't know, you have the cables there, and you need to be very careful of using very specific cables, as it's written here, because you can't interchange a PSU's cables with other ones. That's why you're gonna have it here first. So yeah, you have specific slots for specific cables. So for example, this one gonna be motherboard, this one gonna be motherboard, this one gonna be CPU, this one gonna be SATA and Molex, and this one gonna be PCIe. But as you can see, those ones fit there. As you can see, this one fits there. You can't really mistake it. Yeah. But now I'm gonna just put it there. I'm gonna clips it, and then we'll see for the remaining space that I have. I mean, we'll see how tight it is after I put it, should I rather say. Because bro, that thing doesn't really want to bend at all. And currently gonna, yeah, wow. Good. Okay, we heard a nice click. Oh, wait, my cat is locked. Let me open to him. Okay. Yeah, this one is a thick boy. That's why this power supply, I wasn't too excited because I knew I would need to deal with cables that are super hard to turn, and yeah, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. So it's not like I can fix it or do anything about it. Can it go down, kind of? Oh yeah, it's kind of gentle. It's flexible, kind of flexible-ish, kind of flexible. Yeah. Okay. We'll see what I do with that. Yeah. Then we have the PCIe, and the PCIe also gonna be important that I have two different ones. I can't just reuse one PCIe and like daisy chain them, because again, this is a heavy card in terms of power draw, meaning that this is a cool cable. See, it's simple. You have one end for the power supply. That's like, does the job well. At the same time, this one, see, you have 6 and 2, 6 and 2. So you could think, oh yeah, I could use 8 and then put it on them. But that won't work because you need 2 of them, and if you daisy chain, that will just not work. So that's not how you should do things, because it's going to be very dangerous and the GPU might just not support it. So in that case, I will need 2 of them. That's why I got 2. I mean, this one is easy. You have it on every kind of PSU. It's not like the Molex, because yeah, I have 2 Molex there, and that's kind of unique. Because usually you don't have Molexes until you have a lot of wattage. But yeah, in this case, it's fine. Okay, still need to fix those boys, I think. I could maybe even pull them at the bottom. It's always a balance of how many cables I want at the top and how many cables I want at the bottom. Airflow is important pretty much anywhere. At the same time, maybe it doesn't matter because maybe I will get enough workflow anyway. Which might actually be the thing. Like, if we're being honest, the amount of workflow that I'm having here, if I spin them quickly enough, might just be enough. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I will still grab some wires and try to put them now, because if I put them now, at least I will be able to do things with it later. While if I don't do it now, then I'm kind of stuck after. Yeah, that was my I don't have the smallest fingers to pick up the things. Yeah, wait, that won't work out. Yeah, I need to make it a bit more straight, because then the turn gonna mess me up down the road otherwise. I need this wire to be kind of straight. Okay, here we go. Okay. can't put it back. Wow, okay, I can't put it back for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, here we go. Nice wire. I'm not sure if I'll use it, but at least I have it. I'll do it for the rest. Yeah, just giving myself some wires to tidy it, because I will probably need to tidy it, and if I don't do it now, that might be annoying after. Okay. By the way, yesterday I checked this motherboard and there are plenty of headers. TLDR is most of the headers are not useful to me. They're gonna be for super enterprise, like server racks, things, and I will never use that. So I was a bit worried of having a lot of headers, and I was like, oh, I'm not sure if that's needed or if that is something I need to learn. After a quick check on the docs, yeah, most of it is very useless to me. But hey, at least it's there. So, and yeah, again, I also like the documentation, because in the docs, Discord is literally saying, oh yeah, put it in your server rack thingy, and when you look at it, it looks like something very much unrelated to this case, because this case is very, I don't know, consumer, simple, small, pretty, and the consumer is like a full rack, like full maniac of like, and yeah, that we unfortunately don't have the space for. So yeah. Okay, yep, perfect. Now we have my 3 wires booby trapped for after. So yeah, good. Now the part that I'm not too excited is putting all of it back and then figuring out if that fits or not. Also, we'll need to put the fans. I'm not sure when I put them, but I feel like if I put them later, I won't be able to put them ever. And I will also need to manage the speed of the fans, I think, because some of it may be tricky. I'm thinking about something actually. Now that I put the 24 pin, I could just hang the thing there and put 1 fan. Oh yeah, that's actually clever. Look at this guy self-congratulating himself. No, I mean, I just thought that if I have it this way, it kind of goes there-ish. Wait. Yeah. If I have it this way, then gonna pull air, gonna be nice. And here I can use the thing to hang the PSU, and then here I put the second one. This one gonna be closer to the other one, and maybe gonna be a bit useless to have it there. But you know, I have 2 fans to go, so I'd rather use. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Sometimes it's better to only have one fan, not to overdo it, because that's counterproductive. In this case, I don't know. Will it be? Can it be counterproductive? Maybe. Will it be counterproductive? I don't know. Yeah. Okay, anyway, let's try. Let's give it a try. So I need to put it anyway, so and for this one I'll use the screws. And oh my god, those screws, they aren't black. But it's fine. We can manage. I don't really care. Definitely not a problem. Okay. So we're gonna probably put it this way. Remove all of this clutter. Yeah, the cables are gonna be the end of me quite quickly. Okay. This one I can put it at the furthest point, I think, because that's gonna then cover really the back of the RAM and the CPU cooler, and that fits perfectly. No, I can't put it now because I still have the wires. I need to catch the cables and see how it behaves. But at least I know I can put it there-ish. Okay. So that means, where do I put this one? Do I have like an obvious spot? Find. Kind of like here. I think that's good. I think that's actually nice. Okay. Let's go with that. Let's go with that setup. Also, it's gonna be at the end of the rail. So that sounds like the way to go. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. Bring back the trunker. Let's do the dance again with the cables, because that's what we like to do. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh wow. Okay, I got scared for a second. I thought that one of my cable was coming out. No, it's just a wire. Okay. So, we have it here. This way, yeah, and that holds at the end of it, so I think that's perfect, because then it's gonna get all the weight. Where's the hole again of it? Yeah. On my way, man. Allez, mec-ton. Oh, we have another AI chat bro coming in. Okay. Welcome AI Buddy, man. You're my second biggest viewer so far. Congratulations, man. I love being greeted by AI. Makes me fuzzy on the inside. Okay. I'll put this like that. Okay, good. Up. Mostly I'm doing the rails quickly, so that way I could adjust to where it should hold the PSU. It's not like it's zone breaker anyway, because yeah, PSU gonna be quite sturdy as is. I'm sure I'm gonna need to remove the PSU once more. Yeah, because right now I'm gonna try things, and then I'm gonna put the cables, and then I'm gonna put the fan, and then I'm gonna realize, okay, this is how it is, this fits, and then I can put it, but yeah, I'm not done yet. Oh man. Yeah, some definitely quite some of it to remove and put back, and remove and put back. Play around with it. Use a stronger screw just to be sure it's tight and I don't break nothing. Rule number 1, you shouldn't over tighten, but for this it's definitely a bit different because it's a PSU and those rails are quite important. Yeah, okay. Good, sturdy, and yeah, as planned, I checked the dimensions, and the thing is, as I thought it would be, so that's very welcome. Okay. Wow. Very tight, very sturdy. And that's perfect because that's on top of it, that's supported here. So I have this. It doesn't support it by a lot. It's just like, I don't know, like 2 centimeters, like of, yeah, of just it holding it. I mean, it's not even holding it currently. It's just, yeah, it's just below it actually. So I'm gonna put it a bit higher then, I guess. Yeah, because I mean, if it's just under, the use case of it is very limited. Not like it's needed, but if we have it, rather it to hold something rather than being just under it. Okay, so now at least it's resting on the small metal piece. Yeah, that makes it a bit better. Okay, good. So definitely very sturdy, very happy about that. Now let's see with all the cables that I need to add. I haven't checked the order. I'm not sure if some of them need to go high or low. I probably should zip tie some of them too. For example, this one. For example, this one goes this way. It starts from the top, and I don't feel like leaving it dangle. So realistically, where will this one be? Yeah, like that. Good, good. That doesn't leave me a lot of room for. Wow. Okay. It doesn't leave me a lot of room for the zip ties. So I guess we'll use this bracket or something here. Yeah. Yeah, I mean this rail is actually perfect. Let's take a longer one. That's the cool part though. It's like when you have cables, you have a lot of wires. I love playing with the wires because yeah, zip ties are kind of one use. Well, this one is very nice. Yeah, you can really make full use of it, and then probably grab a few strands of cables. No, actually, that one won't cut it. Never mind. It's too short. Okay. I will need to get zip ties, I guess. Yeah, I'll do it later because yeah, I need to figure out where to put it first, and then yeah, because again, zip ties are unique. As I said, once I put some, then I'm done. Okay, so this one, PCIe, I don't have a lot of them, so I'm gonna just put it at the top, I think. Makes sense, but again, maybe we'll realize that it's not the right fit. And in that case, then we'll move it. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I really wish I could have used the other PSUs because they had better like nicer, more friendly cables, because those are the old cables and they're like very, I don't know, not very friendly. This one is friendly because it goes in simply, kind of stays there, but this one kind of the one I need to use, by the way. It's not the most helpful. Okay, let's maybe try to turn it. Oh, there's some marking on it. Oh yeah, probably because it got used already. Man, hopefully that PSU not gonna burn anything. Should I just like try the PSU first before I try some components? Maybe? Okay. That's not too bad of a turn. Wow, yeah. Okay. So I will wire this one because this one dangling in their entire case is just begging for something bad to happen, especially if I move it slightly or with vibrations. Yeah, man, I should almost cut this part, but yeah, that's not something I can do. So okay, this is done. Let's put the second one. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, so in this case, I'm gonna accommodate the pins that come from the PSU rather than the pins that go into the GPU, because again, the 12 volt high power from the GPU is something that apparently used to be very bad in terms of fire hazards, so I won't be taking no risks. And if something needs to be bent, we're gonna bend the hours and not the GPUs. Also, this is like, yeah, a 10th of the GPU, so if I have something that goes bad, I'd rather have it on the PSU side that then I can replace. Makes a bit more sense than the opposite. So, okay. 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 Not great, not terrible. If I zip tie it. If I zip tie it, that might be fine. Because currently if I leave it, my get at the bottom of it or something. So I don't know. Oh, it's not that bad as is. Does the job well. It's fine. Now comes the time for the trunker. The motherboard. 24 pin. Is the new challenger, man. Wow. Yeah. So we said we could kind of tuck it all the way there. Kinda. Good. Actually, we managed something not too bad. I mean, we'll see how it behaves, because we still need to put the fans. So I love doing that. Well, maybe it's utter useless, but at least I know it's a possible thing. Yeah. It's not too much in the way, doesn't do anything bad. Wow, surprisingly so. Wow. Okay, good. Amazing even. Yeah, I'm very happy. Now I need to manage those cables somehow and put the fans. So those are plugged and they're very nice as is. So I need only 4 cables extra. And those ones, I could maybe even just let them loose. But no, I still want some airflow. I'm sure it matters that much because those cables are not like fully directly in the way, but yeah, I'm still gonna try to do it right. So hopefully I remove this for the last time. Let's go. Okay. Hey, and good thing, if I don't hold it, that still kind of stands by itself because there is a small ledge and then there's the actual metal support. Okay, cool. That's not a reassuring thing to do. We'll go very easy on that kind of moves. We'll put a box under to let it rest there. Okay. Because that way it's still wired. I know I don't need to redo all of it with all the shenanigans. And I now can work with those. So now I will need to do the wires and cables and then the. Oh wait! Oh, I have a PSU to put somewhere too. Where goes the PSU? The CPU, I mean. Yeah, it goes at the bottom. Huh. Almost forgot that bad boy, huh? Okay. I mean, that's also very fine. Yeah, let's make this surface a bit more stable. Okay, cool. So, yeah. So I have 2 kinds of cables for this one. Let's play with this SATA power first. Because those ones are the most troublesome. And then we'll put the molecules. Yeah, for the SATA, I could have it just grab there. This part is not the most exciting because again I am mounting the cables. Here we go. The cable management, I think on the stream is not the most fancy thing to do. doesn't bring the biggest amount of viewers and like, oh man, today building the most biggest fancy build. But hey, that's fine. Okay. Okay. Done. And then now I can't even see the cables. Now I consider, okay, getting complex even for me currently. You see the thing? Yeah, I know. Okay, here we go. Okay, not the best job, but definitely better than nothing, so good. Because it's still tucked there, won't get into any airflow, very nicely zipped. I will also tighten this one because this one moves a little. I mean, wait, can I do it out of the frame? No, naturally I can't do that. Can I do it with the rail? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, is it needed? No, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's honestly okay. So I'm gonna have the other one to tuck it. Okay. So the modex probably don't need to be zipped more than that. The SATA power, meanwhile, will still need to be kind of tightened. Yeah, let's not scratch my monitor. Up, here we go. here. Man. Okay, good. Good. Those ones are tight too. Nice. So that way I have perfect routing of the cables. They are quite well done, not in the way of anything. I can still remove the CMOS battery. There's total airflow. There's everything there that goes well. And yeah, it makes me very happy, very tidy on the inside cable management, which is not a given, but well achieved. Yeah, and this one, as we said, we could go from the inside. So in that case, we'll go kind of like that. This part is actually quite fun. I really like actually micromanaging the cables, man. I could be a Scrum master or something, man. Micromanaging cables is very funny to me. Ooh. Until it gets stuck into the fence. Nice. Okay. Perfection. I think we got everything cleared extremely well. So I'll just double check the bottom of it, which is kind of a graveyard still of wires in every direction, but you know,